back to the channel. Today we're in the Miami Dolphins playbook, looking at gun, split, close. We'll come out in halfback wheel here. We'll match with nickel on defense. And this has been a very popular formation in the past for this halfback wheel play. If you've played any online within the last, I don't even know, 4, 5, 6 Maddens probably. Really, since the formation's been in the game. You're going to see this. This is the play that you're going to see. But overall, obviously, we ran this before, gun split close, in past Maddens, like I said. But we have a run game, we have a pass game from it, so let's just get right into it. If you've watched these videos before, we like to have a run left, we like to have a run right, that we can get to from our audibles in these formations, because we don't just want to have a run to the right, or run to the left, run to the left, run up the middle. Because, the box is going to be stacked differently, right? You see the green and the red, where you're supposed to run, where you're not supposed to run. That's going to be different on every play, right? Where the defensive alignment, where they're trying to put more guys, where they're trying to put less guys. We want to be able to run in those spots. So, the only downside I would personally say to this Dolphins iteration of this split close here is you have the pulling guard, which the pulling guards, I will say, are much, much better this year in 24 than in 22, 23, any of the other past Maddens. Much more intelligent of actually at least going and picking out a guy and just getting in the way at least just blocking him. The only issue is right now in the game, there aren't a lot of super fast guards, at least in MUT. Obviously in regs, that's going to be even more so the case. But you do have the pulling guard. There he didn't really block anybody. But you can see these much, much better. I'm having much more success. So if you would have, eventually, of course that is, once we get some abilities and whatnot, you can put Polar Elite on these guards and you can get some really, really nice pancake blocks out in the open field. Here they bring down the safeties. Obviously they're going to do a pretty good job stuffing the run there, having that many guys in the box and whatnot. But obviously, like I said, you have the run right, you have the run left. Maybe here's where we want to get to that run left here. They only have the D tackle, the linebacker at depth, and then sort of the edge player. We have a center, a guard, a tackle, and Raheem Mostert there as blockers. So we'll just kind of hand the ball right up this way, right? Mostert gets a block. We hit the hole right there. If I could speak, that'd be really, really helpful. But you can see you're dictating kind of to the defense what you want to do. And of course, in a situation like this where they kind of stack the box, we see three defensive linemen, 2 edge defenders, that's 5, 2 standing up linebackers, that's 7, and then sort of that nickel player right over where Jalen Waddle, the A receiver, is. That's kind of almost 8 guys that could make a play on the run there. So that's where you kind of go to the pass game. And I guess that's kind of a perfect transition point to the pass game. I don't want to hash out the run game too much, of course, because, it's pretty simple. Run where they're not. Run where they have less bodies. Run where you have more bodies to block. Pretty simple on the run game there. But in terms of pass game, whenever you are hitting these big runs, they're probably going to stack the box more. They're going to try to allocate more resources to stopping the run. So you want to be able to have pass plays, not just be able to chuck the ball down the field and hit bombs down the field, but you want to be able to have a little bit of everything, concepts that actually work. So this first one, like I said, halfback wheel here. All we're going to do is just streak the B receiver here, the B icon receiver, I guess I should say. And basically what we're setting up on the right side of the field with, I think that's Chosen Anderson. I'm not sure why they have Chosen as his name there, but whatever there. Between B, A, and then the running back, that's going to be your sail concept to the right side of the field. We have this in just about every single scheme, guys. You're going to see it a lot online. You should run it a lot. It's very tough to stop on Madden. It's making you play your zone drops at very, very deep depths to stop those corner routes, or it's making the user actually go over and cover that route themselves. But I digress here. Sail on the right side. If we would have 2 high safeties in the middle of the field here, we have just a closed field look here. We just have 1 safety in the middle of the field. Tyreek Hill would be able to attack that middle of the field. And then you have Mostert as your kind of just a leaker out, maybe get a linebacker on and be able to flip that ball to the top, something like that. But to run the play, obviously we're trying to pull down that defender there. That was a great. I don't know what happened right there. I should have thrown the ball to A much quicker. Terrible read right there. Don't do that. Be better than I was. But here they bring a blitz. I'm blaming it on 2. I'm blaming that on the lefty, actually. I'm blaming that on the lefty. But you're trying to get to these reads quickly. You're trying to set up that corner route, obviously, out of this halfback wheel. And then you're kind of looking to those backside routes if you need them. There we actually get man. And actually Hill was wide open. And I mean wide open. So being able to get to these progressions quickly, understanding what's happening on the sail side of the play, and being able to get to that backside there. They run man again. That ball just wobbles, man. That ball just barely gets there. But you got to be able to go ahead and make your reads quickly, get into practice mode right, be able to get through that sail concept quickly, and you should be good at it by now, right? We do this pretty much every scheme, every formation, stuff like that, and a lot of people run it. Everybody runs this concept, and because it works. taking the time out from the video here. I just want to thank you guys for clicking on the video and watching here. If you're liking what you're seeing, go ahead and click the subscribe button. I just want to remind you to do that here. Trying to get over that 1,000 subscriber mark. That's a big milestone, so we're looking to get there here. Hopefully by the end of the year as the new season starts here. And yeah, just appreciate you guys checking out the videos, clicking the like, clicking the subscribe, commenting, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll keep it short and sweet and send it back to the video. But yeah, I mean, pretty simple play overall. We're getting a ton of man coverage right now, but you do have that corner out. Of course, Miami has a ton of fast guys as well, so that definitely helps their case a lot. But very simple. What we're trying to set up here, we're trying to hit those 2 high safeties. There they did a good job making over and coming over and make a play there. But if you can hold on to that ball a lot longer here, we'll try to get on the running back here. Mostert getting down the field. Of course, we kind of threw the ball quick, but once Mostert gets down into like this area, he can kind of force the safety to sort of make a choice on the post or the wheel route if you can hold on to the ball that long, if you get it blocked up enough. But I mean, pretty much that's halfback wheel, sail to the right, backside post, backside wheel from the running back there. And then to play off that, we're going to be doing something similar. We're still going to be running a we're still going to be running basically sail, but with the corner route and then a flat, more so smash, but same kind of idea. We're going to be running it the same way. And then this time instead of Chosen Anderson being on a, I'm probably messing up my man's name there, but it's cool. It's cool. He changed his name. I can't remember right now. Instead of putting him on a streak, we're just going to leave him on this sort of like inverted zig basically. And then we have a big C route from Hill going the other way. Kind of we stretch the middle of the field with Hill, this time the isolated guy. This time we're going to work the outside of the field, and then of course you just have a backside option route, and I believe that plays off of leverage. So if the guy's toward the inside on man, he'll break out. If it's obviously opposite, he's on the outside, the running back will break inside, and then against zone he'll sit down and just kind of curl. So, but if you don't like that option route, which oftentimes I don't, a lot of the times, I mean, I know that's what the name of the play is, and that's kind of the idea, I will just block them, especially against like this front here. We have 4 down linemen, 2 edge defenders, and a linebacker. That's kind of a lot of guys in the box. It could be blitzers. I'll block out my running back here. And again, we're trying to hit this corner route. We're trying to pull down these defenders. There they did it. There the safety did a good job. Or that was actually J.C. Horn over there. Did a good job right there coming down and making a play. We'll block up the running back again. Here they're going to give us man again. But in theory, that's where that zig route should be. If you hit him on the break, you should be able to click on, go back to the ball. And again, with this scheme as well, we're trying to come up with a lot of stuff that it's hard for the user to cover, right? There's nothing really over the middle of the field here. Here, we'll try to set it up again. There you kind of saw J.C. Horn come down a little bit. He took a few steps down to sort of almost not play the running back, but just maybe the running back came into his vision, sort of took a few steps down. I can just show you what I'm saying real quick instead of trying to speak through it. Here you can see, took just a few steps down, just that little bit of a run. Obviously, that's going to be like a touchdown in a real game, but that's kind of still the idea of what we're trying to set up with this Dolphins option. And of course, if you like that running back route, I mean, there's nothing stopping you from just letting it out there. And if you do let it out there, oftentimes, obviously that one's out of bounds, but oftentimes that does kind of work the same way on the other side as kind of pulling those zones down for Hill over the top with the C route. So another nice play. And of course, I mean, you can always just streak B, block up your running back, run sail to the right with the backside C route, and just run it like that as well. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from doing that, making some moves and throwing the ball that way too. You don't just have to run these stock. You don't just have to lead these routes just because they're goofy routes, just because that's a unique inverted zig. That doesn't mean you have to leave it out there every single time you're on this play. So I really like Dolphins option mixed in with that halfback wheel kind of playing off each other. But the last one here we're going to cover in this gun split close Miami scheme is actually Dolphins halfback rail. And we're going to have an inverted zig with obviously Waddle this time. And then we're going to have an out route with B. And then we're going to have Hill kind of coming across on a deep in with a 6-man protection. And then Mostert on a backside rail route or wheel route. So we can kind of set this up here. Obviously there, I mean, if we can hit those across the middle of the field, we love that, especially if the user's starting to vacate because we've hit these corner routes, we've hit these C routes, we've hit these deep routes on the field. If the user starts to vacate that area, heck yeah. I mean, we definitely want to be able to throw that inverted zig there. And of course, if we're starting to get these looks too, I'll just throw this in here, we can always take this B receiver off of that out route and just throw him on a streak, right? He's in a great spot to attack those seams against cover 3 look, which we're kind of expecting this to be. We see 1 high safety, 2 corners on the outside. We're kind of thinking cover 3. One of the safeties is in the box. So using that streak, especially in this play here, can be really helpful, of course. And if you can hold on to this ball, I mean, you have a 6-man protection. Hill coming across the middle of the field. B almost works as like a clear out route, kind of carries the guys down the field, and then the X receiver, the X icon receiver, is able to kind of come underneath that and sort of just run free. So we'll kind of run this here. There you can see Hill. Very, very easy. Bro, Tua got that noodle arm, man. Nothing you can do about that. Should have held on to it maybe a little bit longer. But you can kind of see the idea. You saw all the zones kind of just sprinting back. Here we get man. Here we get man. Had to be a little bit quicker with it there. Had to be quicker through the reads, if you will. And of course, and honestly, I mean, a lot of the times with this play, I'd like to just run B on that streak, just because I mean, typically the corner's going to have outside leverage on you anyway. So, sort of running that is. And man, what is going on? I'm trying to stop him in the middle of the field, but you saw the window there. You need to be more on time, more on cue there. Another thing you can do on this Dolphins halfback rail is just drag B, drag Anderson, drag Chosen. I'm calling him Anderson. That's cool, man. Drag him, and he basically is a clear out for Waddle, carries the zones to the left side of the field. You can kind of see there. And I mean, if Waddle, it's still kind of worked out, but you saw the idea of trying to carry these zones to the left as well. And whatnot. I mean, you can do really anything with these outside guys. That's kind of the nice part. I mean, throw him on a zig, run dual zigs underneath of each other. I mean, that looked kind of funky, right? I threw a pick anyway, but a ton of different things you can do within this scheme here. I really, really like the gun split close. Obviously, it's a very powerful formation, especially if you're hitting these runs. If you could sub a tight end into one of these spots to give you a little bit better blocking in a real game that has, once we get better, speed tight ends, blocking, all that good stuff in MUT, that you're able to put a tight end in one of these receiver spots to get that little bit of extra oomph in the blocking game, or we get a really good blocking receiver, Brandon Marshall, Andre Johnson, all those guys in the MUT. That will make this scheme even better. You'll be able to hit those runs a little bit more consistently, which is going to open that passing game up a little bit even more. So out of this gun split close, out of the Dolphins playbook. So good stuff out of Miami's book there. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Go ahead and like the video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know what you want to see next. Yeah, we're pushing for 1,000 subs. I appreciate all the influx of people watching the videos and liking the videos, all that good stuff lately. I appreciate that, and I guess that is really it for this one, and I hope to catch you guys in the next one.